My name is Debbie. Welcome to Pouring My Art Out for the Lord. I'm going to show you a lot of inspiration today. But first, I just want to say thank you so much to all of those who have supported me on YouTube, supported my coffee shop. With some money that I made in my coffee shop, I ended up being able to purchase this new trimmer. It's a rotary media trimmer by Tim Holtz Tonic. And I've never had a really good trimmer before. My last trimmer that I've been using for years is this one here, and you can still see the sticker there. I got it at a thrift store for $2.99, something like that. So I've been kind of limping along with not a very good trimmer. I mean, it is a good trimmer, but I mean, it's well used. And so I was very, very happy to pick this up a couple of days ago. I've cut a few things with it so far. I'm really impressed. I don't like it for everything. There's lots of reviews out there, so I'm not going to go through that, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for all of you who supported me, and your donations and purchases through coffee have enabled me to purchase this, so thank you so much. Okay, so what we're going to do today is I'm going to give you 10 ideas for decorating your journals. So not pockets and ephemera and tags and all that stuff, but just the base pages. And I made here a printable that I'm going to turn into a writing board. And if you want a copy of that, you can go over to my coffee shop. I'm going to have it there. And you can make a writing board, a two-sided writing board, and all of these ideas are going to be on that writing board. So you can stick that into your journals when you're decorating your journal and get all kinds of ideas. So I've kind of organized it into 10 ideas. So the first one is stamping. I'm trying to not make this video too long, so I'm not going to flip through absolutely everything, but so stamping, you can do, this is frames that I've stamped. Here's some script that I've stamped. You can stamp coffee stains. You could do any sort of florals or background lines. I like to do lines sometimes that I have stamped lines that you can do for journaling. Just background marks. So I have like marks that'll be just X's or crosses or something, and you can just do that, dots, whatever. So many different ways just to stamp on the edges of your pages and just add. This one I stamped some dots on there. There's some music page on there. So just all kinds of just random. There's some music page again. Just random stamping. Just to give it, to take away that stark coffee flavor, or even just, you know, amp up your digitals a little bit. So that's number one. Number two is stenciling. And this one I did quite a bit of stenciling in. So just stencil on your pages like that. This was another stencil. I think I stenciled on almost every, I just showed you two. I did almost every coffee dyed page in here. I think I did stencils. So it just adds a little bit of extra to the background. And then when you go to put your other ephemera or different things on there, then you have something, a base, something. And you can use inks, you can use chalks, you can use paints, you can use watercolor pencils, lots of different things with stencils. And you can make your own stencils, you can purchase stencils, you can purchase them inexpensively, you can get the, you know, the fancy ones, whatever you want. Okay, another idea is, number three is paint or ink. So you can do smooshing with ink. So you would spray a little bit of ink, add some water, and then just smoosh your page in there. You can do watercolor drips, so just put some watercolor and let it drip down the page. Acrylic stripes, you can do gesso scrapes. Lots of, this was a smooshing not on a page, but that was an ink smooshing just on a card there. I didn't mark all my pages here because it just seemed overwhelming to me to try to do that for all of these. So this was just some background. This was a collage background, but Some of them I just did, like this one I did some background paint, silver paint splotches. Just lots of different ways that you could just add a little bit of color with whatever mediums that you have. So number 4 is decoupage, and you can decoupage napkins, book pages, stamped deli paper. This one I did a few napkins, so this was just the corner of a napkin there, and I did that in several places. So I think that just adds, this one I stamped over top of it, so I think that just adds a little bit extra, its texture as well. There's another little piece there. I made my own deli paper stamps, so you can just rip up a little piece of this and decoupage that on anywhere. It just adds interest and texture to the background. Number 5 is clusters. You can use clusters out of anything. You can make them with fabric, paper, buttons, tickets or other ephemera, labels, other fibers, or almost anything. There's just clusters randomly. You know, that was a cluster that I put on that flip. There's one with a little bit of cheesecloth and a label. Here's one with just a couple little elements. This is actually the back of an old photograph that I didn't want, like an old bad photograph. I did some embossing and stuff. I may do a video on that. That was really cool. Just little. This one I just stapled on. This was another one. So collages or clusters rather. Okay, number 6 is tabs and paper clips. So tabs are always interesting to just sort of poke out the sides. This one has some tabs, some strings here. There's a paper clip somewhere in here, I know. Here's a paper clip kind of tab. This is a little pocket paper clip. It's got a little pocket there. And there's the other side of the paper clip. This one I know has lots of tabs. So this is a cluster tab. There's paper clips. This is a paper clip tag on there. This was just a paper clip with some tulle on the side of it. Here's a cluster kind of page edge. This is just a tab. There's lots of things at the top here with just all different sorts of bits and pieces. So you can make them come off the top, off the side. You can have hidden paper clips. You can have just plain paper clips. You can have dangles. I've done dangles lots, but I'm not sure if I have one right here. But you can do, you know, dangles off the edge. I've done that many times. Ribbon ties, you know, tie things on there. Pardon me. Okay, and number 7 is page edges. So this is easiest to do before you assemble your journal, if you're stitching especially. So this one just has a fabric ruffle. It's the same fabric that's on the front there. So I've done that many times. There's another one of those. I know I've done lace edges. This is just a border punch edge. This is a page edge using circles. I just stitched on the edge of there. You can do... I know I've done lace, ruffles, snippets from snippet rolls, circles, punch shapes. Just even a row of stitching is interesting to put on the side. Here's one with just some, lost it already. Here's some half circles zigzagged on there. Here's another one doing the same thing. So lots of different, here's a page edge that's a part of a master board that I just zigzagged on there. So lots of those. Number 8 is die and fussy cuts. So you can just take fussy cuts from digital images. You can just cut out something from a Cricut or another die cutting machine. You can cut out magazine images. You can purchase die cuts and just, you know, This one is so highly decorated that I probably can't even find what I'm looking for here, but just a die cut that has just a simple die cut that you can put on the corner of a page, and it just adds a little bit of interest there so that when you decorate it later, then you have something there. I can't find anything just plain like that right this minute, but lots of different things that you can do for that. This could just be like a die cut. This is something that I made, but you know, just slap it on your page and just adds a little interest. So the next one is flips, and flips can be up, down, out. This one I have a flip. I've got it paper clipped here, but it can flip. It flips up on one side and up on the other side, so that's over the page. And I just kept it from flapping using a paper clip. You can do, this one has, there's a flip out. So this one just flips out like that. And then you can just use that for some journaling space. Where did I have? I know I've done flip downs as well. One at the back of something here. Maybe it's a different journal. That's something different, but you can have flips, you know, using even envelopes. This one is not a flip, but so you could flip things down, you can flip them out, you can glue them to the page, you can use washi tape to washi them to a page, you can staple them, paper clip them. They can have folds or not. Just looking for, here's one that I just did with washi tape. So this was not an original page here, but I washi taped it in on both sides. It's a bit of a fold, it flips, and this has a tab on it, has a cluster on it, all the bits. And then the 10th one is journal spots. So just to, sometimes it's nice to just break up a page and make some places to write. So you can stamp like this. You can glue on some circles, squares. You can just tear bits of paper and randomly put them. You can put one in the middle of the page. You can do several scattered over the page. There's another cluster. I've done all of these things many times, but I'm having trouble finding. As you can see, there's lots in these journals. So, and this is just the first step. So then you've got, you know, pockets and tags and belly bands and envelopes, and then you've got your, you know, your decorations that you can put on top. So this is just for the basic decorating journal pages. I often do this before I even sew in my signatures. So I'll make the papers, I'll fold them to where I want the signatures to be, and then just do all of this kind of stuff. And then I'll add all my ephemera and pockets and things after. I usually sew in my signature, and then I'll do all of that. But it's easier to do these kinds of things, especially if you're sewing. It's easier to do them before you've actually bound them. So anyways, I just wanted to share that bit of inspiration. I didn't want to make this video too long, but if there's something in one of these techniques that you'd like to see more of, leave me a comment, and I'll see if I can make a little video to address some of those things. I'd love to hear what your favorite ways are decorating pages. So if you leave a comment and tell me what your favorite way of decorating things is, I would love to hear that. Whether it's something that I have here or if it's something new. And I'm going to make up my writing board, and I'll show a picture of that at the end. And if you're interested in making a writing board with all of those ideas on it, then that's available in my coffee shop, and that will be linked below as well. So thanks, friends. Blessings. We'll see you in the next video.